Hi, everybody. Welcome to You Are the Operant Power with Gail and
Jane. Hi, Gail.
Hi, Jane. Today we're going to do hopefully a quick one to talk about being hypnotized by the objective world, and the objective world being the one that you are using your physical senses to perceive from. So your eyes, your ears, your nose, your taste. And so what's
touch?
Touch. Yeah.
Touch.
The physical that is used, all of those physical senses are used in the objective world. And there's so much going on right now. Oh my God. and that's why we're being bombarded and why we have to understand what's happening, because that is to hypnotize you. Because if you're focused out there, then you don't have time to focus where your true power is. And everybody knows it, whether they recognize it or accept it or not, that we have this power within that those that are trying to hypnotize us are fully aware of. They may not be aware of it at all levels, but on the levels that are throwing down, this is what you're going to do, this is what you're going to do, this is what you're going to do. They know how this works. And I mean, you can see it. It's funny because well, I won't get into that because that's another topic.
Okay, well, just in that regard, it sort of occurred to me the last couple of weeks that it's sort of like your own mind. So the objective out there is you like creating. So I was thinking about how when you first start doing, there's a lot of thoughts, and it's the same with the objectified world. It could get like, oh wow, this is just, and then I was thinking, wow, it's just like the internal world externalized, you know?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And the thing is, and we've talked about this before, where you focus, where you put your attention, love is considered love. So that's what grows. That is the creative force. So, and like I said, we've talked about this before, but when you're an activist or you're whatever, just using activist as an example, you're focused on not freedom. Your end goal is freedom, but all of your focus goes on, they're not doing this, they're not doing that. We're going to protest this, we're going to protest that. No, we're not going to do that. No. They're very much focused on what they don't want rather than living the end of what they want.
And then also for
us, that's part of the being hypnotized.
Yes.
Because they're being bombarded with, we're going to do that, you got to do this, you got to do that. And no. Where instead of just stepping back and it's like, okay, you know what? No, everybody's free. I forgive all of that. Everybody's free.
Okay, well,
so you can see how many are thinking the way of focusing on what they don't want, because things are coming faster and faster and faster and faster.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah,
I mean, I think it's all by design, in the sense of we're all. It's a new age. We're the dawning of a new age.
Yeah.
By design, it's just the end of the old, wrapping up. And who are you? Where are you? Are you in the old or are you in the new?
Okay, and taking from that, like, so if you look at the objective as sort of your inner conversation, for me, what came up was that it was making me angry. Like I was like, no, they're not going to take my rights away, and blah, 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 right?
So focused on what you don't want.
Yeah. So but I also
what you don't want.
Right. But I also found a new sort of layer of forgiveness for anger, because anger seemed to be a driving force of almost making me look for more of it, like more injustice.
Well, that's what happens. And
right?
You focus on the Rona being something that is bad. To make it bad, you're going to need this, you're going to need that, you're going to have to do that, you're going to have to do this, you're going to have to do that.
Yeah.
So you're getting more of it, and it's going to be in your face more.
Yeah.
The more fearful you are of it, the more you're going to see
Yes.
those news reports, and you're going to know people that have it. And, the more you think that the VAX is bad, you're going to see more people that are having the result that is bad from having.
Right. Right.
Whereas if
Yeah.
like, oh, everybody's free, it's not that you don't, chances are you may never see anything about it, but you'd have to kind of live under a rock because it's everywhere. But you don't react the same way as you would if you were in the old world, focusing on what you don't want because you don't know any different.
Well, I don't want to be angry. Like, and
Well,
I think
the anger is just to feel like you're angry. It's underneath that is fear.
yeah.
I
Right.
don't have the power. I don't think I do have the power.
Right. Right.
It's very easy too. And I've said this with numerous things. It would be very easy to go into one of those rabbit holes.
Yeah.
It's so easy to trigger fear.
Oh, yeah.
It's a conscious effort that, when that anger comes up, I forgive you. Everybody's free. I forgive you. Everybody's healthy. Whatever it is that you want. Rather than going down that rabbit hole of fear, just fear or love. I'm going to focus on what I love. I'm going to focus on what I fear.
Yeah.
Because fixing it, one of the things that, and this is very easy, kind of for the first couple of years for myself, it's kind of like all these things that I didn't want are all, staring me in the face. And, well, what do you want? What do you want? Well, I want to get rid of that. Well, I want to get rid of that. Well, I don't want to do that anymore. And that's really not focused on creating, that's focused on fixing.
Yeah.
Not a problem with fixing, except you're not fixing what is wrong. What's the savior for that? If debt was the issue, and now Neville will say debt free. But I think taking it even that one step further is, of abundance, or having all the money that I need in the world, or always having a zero balance, or whatever, or a credit balance, or whatever the case may be, is focused where you want to focus, as opposed to, I don't want debt anymore.
Yeah.
Because normally when it's something you don't want, there's a fear there.
Yeah.
It's a focus on the fear.
Yeah.
So what is the savior for that? The savior for debt is not to not have debt, because you're still giving life to debt.
Right.
Here is, I have more money than I know what to do with. I'm abundant. I've got, lots of money in the bank, whatever.
My health is abundant. So it's no wonder that fear is the strategy for controlling others. Just scare.
It's so fast.
Well, and we know, and like I said, it's kind of blowing my mind, because in the last few years, it seems to have picked up pace. Like, as I pick up pace with owning my own, the world around me seems to have gone, like, my mind, like all these different things coming at me, and like you were saying, if you weren't awake or aware of that, you might not even really notice.
Right.
And then
my theory for that, what you're experiencing, is you're coming to the end, and this is revelations.
Yeah.
So it's not that you have 4 men on horses coming into your life, but it's those types of things. And we can maybe do another video on this another time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's your experience. You're coming to your end of the old.
Yeah.
It's your time of revelation.
Yeah.
Not literally, but from a subjective understanding of revelations. And considering how much this is in the world for everybody, there's a large number of people that are coming to this place, whether they're aware of it or not.
Yeah.
They will get there. But because it's so prevalent now. And it's a
Yeah.
matter of like fear or love.
Yeah.
You don't wonder what you want. Maybe what are you going to choose?
Well, and even when both of us have been through Caesar's court world sort of situations, it feels like that in a sense. Like it's like when you're going through that, you have to really be concise and precise about what you focus on. And I sort of was going through it in my little like, and then all of a sudden it's like that just sort of multiplied. Like I was like, oh, now it's everywhere. And I have to do that thing that I did all the time then that, you know, what do I want to pay attention to? And am I going to, and I find myself really like the last few days, even, you know, looking at not analyzing, but noticing, oh, I'm like getting thrown off, like hypnotized into the, like you said, you just get hypnotized by the fear and it's just,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I got to put that down and
I had a moment today where it was kind of like one of those aha moments that you get. I'm reading a post about something I think I've told this story before where I had a mole on my arm that didn't look very good. And my kids were saying, you need to get that checked in. And I'm like, no, it's good. I'm good. And so my goal was it didn't exist. So I'm giving no life to it. And so I had been looking for signs. So it took me quite a while to get to that place, that natural place. And then I did. And then it started itching all around where the mole would start itching, right? Like, why is it bringing my attention to this all the time? Why is it bringing my attention? So I ended up scratching it. It wasn't an issue to scratch. I just never attached it to the mole. It's like, oh, my arm's itchy. And so I would scratch it. And I just thought that when I was writing that, because I shared that story in one of the groups, and I thought it was really interesting because that's what happens when we're starting to focus on what we want.
yeah,
Stuff that we don't want comes up and itches us, makes us itchy. Like, come here, come back over this way, come back over here and scratch your mole. You know, you got a mole here. No, my arm's itchy.
Right.
Didn't ignore. I accepted the itch for what it was. Okay, my arm's itchy. But I didn't say, oh my God, it's itchy around the mole. What does that mean? And
right. Yeah.
touch this mole, or why is this mole like none of that. It was just kind of, okay, my arm's itchy. Okay, scratch. But that's like the old stuff that we don't want, that we've given life to, comes up and starts making you itchy. You know, remember me? Come on over here. Come on, think this way. And
yes.
those rabbit holes.
Yes, definitely.
And with fear, well, anything fear related is, I could in a split second, if I allowed myself, go into major fear and anxiety.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Like, well, and that's it's so seeking to, so now what I like, even information, like even when I'm getting information, I'm in my mind, I'm like, it's just information, you know, like I'm taking the charge out of it. And actually I listen to a lot of people that are like that, like they don't, the mainstream media seems to have this fear narrative, and they emphasize the words and the way they say it, and even the background,
whether true or not.
Yes. And so I've noticed that the information that I seek now, it doesn't have that charge to it. And that's probably because I don't have that. So I'm paying attention to the stuff that aligns with, I guess what I want to see in the world.
Well, so you want to identify that though, right? This is just information. I've forgiven all of that. I know everybody is. I know myself and everyone else is, whatever you choose.
It's almost like you want to see past all of this. You want to envision a time when none of this matters, that this has died down and sort of.
But it can't if you're holding on to it.
That's right.
You have to be in that place of feeling the freedom, feeling the wealth, whatever it is.
Yes.
Before it can die down. I mean, this right now, it's like a humanity-wide thing that's going on, right? But there's nothing humanity can do together. We each have to do it individually.
Yeah, which is the age of Aquarius and all that turning.
And that goes directly opposite to the ideologies that are being pushed right now.
Yes.
Where you're not getting it, you don't mind harming other people, do you?
Yeah.
Like you don't care about other people, you only care about yourself. And you hear a lot about, well, we're moving from that individual selfish place to, you know, being concerned about your neighbor and stuff like that. And it's all understanding. It's just like I mean, I see it and I understand what they're saying, but they don't understand. I know they don't understand. It's like that thing in the Bible, you know, forgive them. They know not what they say, or something to that effect. Because they really don't. They really don't. So, I mean, the whole point of this talk, we've kind of got off topic somewhat, but is the facts of the world, which are those things that you perceive with your physical senses, do hypnotize you.
Mm-hmm.
Going down the rabbit holes is being hypnotized. You're being guided and hypnotized by those facts. And they're normally, you know, not what you want.
Yeah.
What make your choice fear or love? Fear being what you don't want, love being what you do want. Okay, that's good.
Yes, sounds good.
So thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Please leave a message. I've had some trouble with the messages, but hopefully I don't know how to get that fixed up. I've had some advice from a couple of people and I've tried it all, and some show up, some don't show up. I don't know why. So if I don't respond, you know why. Or if you see your message, you know why, because I don't know why. You know, because I don't know why. But please like and share, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye for now.